What is up, guys? So, last week in this series, we went over some low fidelity designs. This week, we are going to do the high fidelity design. Now, again, it's not that many pages, so I don't think it's going to take that long, but let's go ahead and just jump on into this and see if we can get this done really quickly. And if we do, I'll try and set up a call with the client and have a meeting with him, and we'll go over these together and see what we think, and we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and jump on into this. Alright, so I've got this artboard open here, and I actually pulled this artboard from that other project we did, the design forum, because the client wanted to use the same typography as that. It is the same guy. Just so you know, just two totally different projects. So I'm kind of recreating the homepage that he had. I did really like the homepage that he had, and as you'll see, I kind of change it up a little bit as we get into this in the future. All right, so here we go. We're gonna get some back icons for that navigation, and this took a little minute for me to figure out how I liked it. It's not bad with the like nav bar showing, but I do think it's much better with it not showing. So let's keep going here. Yeah, see, it just looks cleaner with it not showing. And the one thing that annoyed me here was that the logos, I mean, even though it was all left justified, it never felt, aligned to the left. So I'm gonna switch. You'll see me, I'll blow these up here, but I don't think that's gonna work well for all of the projects, just because some logos might be really long, like that one. So what I end up doing here, you'll see in a second. Well, I might do it a little later, actually. I just went ahead and centered all the text. That way it always felt centered. Just adjusting the font size a little bit here. And let's see. Now on to the mobile. So I'm kind of taking a similar approach here. So my idea with how we're going to develop this is I'm thinking about making this into, oh yeah, there you go. We're centering everything now. I'm thinking about making this into, well, using a CSS grid. So I think it's going to be fun to create this just because it's something a little new using modern CSS. So I think that would be good. So I really love the way this looks with just like a black background. It looks really clean, honestly. But let's see as you go in. And that's another thing I was messing with was that header. I like it looking clean when it's, just all black. But then it was, when you scroll, it kind of, the content kind of screws up the navigation and you can't see it well. But I added this little blur effect, which I kind of like, but I end up removing it towards the end of this video. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it at the end. I think once I saw it a few times, it just kind of looked plain. I would rather just have the pieces overlap just a little bit than have that blur, I think. So right here, this is the about section that we're going in. I was gonna grab some lorem ipsum, but then I was just like, yeah, I'll do some hipster ipsum. Since we're young, why not? All right, so right here, I'm just adjusting the line height a little bit, and we'll center everything. I think it looks clean. Yeah. So now, now I'm just trying to find a photo that I can use it that I think would kind of match the style that's going on here. But I think looking for photos, if you don't take them yourselves, is one of the hardest things. Honestly, it just takes forever sometimes. All right, and so I'm gonna make another version of this here with like a couple social media icons, just in case the client wants to go ahead and link to their social media. I think this would be the place to do it. I don't think he's gonna want to do it throughout the whole site. I think he's really gonna want to keep it like how it is and have dedicated pages. So I'm kind of just going back, playing back and forth with this. All right, let's go ahead and create that about page on the mobile. So we'll center this, get that text there, and that's really it. It looks clean. It matches the other page really well. So now we're gonna jump onto this contact. So the contact page, we've had discussions about this, and it's really very basic, and I literally think it's just gonna be his email. We discussed having a form, and I've mentioned this in a prior video, but I don't think he wants to. He wants it to be more like exclusive to contact him. So this right here is just like the underline styled version of it. So if you hover over this, that's what you'll see. You'll get that nice blue underline, and I like the blue. We'll see if he likes the blue. It works really great on both black and white backgrounds. So let's see how that goes. So here we got this. I'm just gonna shrink the size here to fit the width of whatever window you're looking at this in. All right, and then now we're gonna go ahead and jump into the work page. So I'm gonna keep a similar layout to what he has, and we both had this understanding from the beginning. We didn't want to deviate too far from it, but he wanted me to clean this up and you know make it a little more modern, make sure that the experience was good. But I think we both actually did really like I would say the concept behind what he had originally done. So these are essentially like, I don't want to say skills, but it's what the project here. It's the project type, as that says. So if he did the branding, that would be there. If he just did a logo or just did a color palette, that would be there. That's what he did within this project. So we give him a little date, a little like excerpt for the project there. And then we're going to work on some tiles. Now, these tiles threw me off a little bit. It was just like, I don't know what it was. It was just feeling too organized to me. I think that issue, I guess you could say, would be solved once you're using real photos. See, that looked a little better to me, so I think we went ahead with that and populated that with some images. Yeah, here's some images. So we'll pull those in. I was going to pull those in, but I didn't have enough. I didn't want to duplicate the same image over or use one from a different brand that he did. Just because I didn't want that to be confusing. I'd rather them be all something that he hasn't really seen yet. So I just went and pulled, I think that's 7 images off the internet and threw them in there. But what I was getting at is, so this is like a 2-column kind of grid, and the offset is essentially based off of the height of the images. So if you have one image that's taller than another, that's gonna offset the images a little bit, and that's what I want, because I don't want that to feel too organized. I kind of want that to be floating there. And what we can do is we can go ahead and use a light box there. So this is what we're doing on mobile. I was giving it the same layout, but I really felt that wasn't enough scrolling. It almost felt a little too compact. So, and I'd rather see those images a little larger. But then the problem was when I made the images a little larger, having the contact on the bottom also felt wrong, because then it took too long to get to that. So I think I'm pretty satisfied with this, where we've got the contact just in the same place, and then we just wrap the images underneath the text. So I like that. So I mean, those are really the pages. There's not many. I mentioned it was going to be about 5 pages before. However, that one page of the actual project is a templated page, so we'll be doing that or using that many times for different things. Alright, so I'm looking for a few other images right now because I kind of want to switch up what he's got on the home page. He mentioned to me that the colors are still kind of up in the air, so he wants to keep it black and white. So I'm just trying to find like a few black and white photos that kind of are visually similar, I guess. But so that's what I came up with there. And then this is what I was talking about when I reduced the size of that white piece where the logo is and increased the other one so they look more clickable, which I do like. The only thing is, I don't know. I just the black and white with that same overlay just kind of felt a little too much for me, I guess. It feels like a solid block, and I didn't really like that. But here's another thing that I did where I just made the images go full width, and then I just threw the logo right at top in the same positioning that we were using throughout the rest of the other pages, which I kind of like. And I was toying around with removing the logo from there to see what that would look like. For mobile, I do think it looks best with that little bar, but we'll see how that goes after I have that conversation with him. All right, so the idea here was I like everything for the most part other than the home page. We'll go over that again. So I wanted to see what everything would look like on a white background because I don't know if he's going to dig the black background. So we'll see. But right now I'm just converting all of his logos to black so that we can switch those out and just flip the colors. All right, so I mean that's what that looks like right there. That's just I think it looks super clean. I like it. I almost like it more than I like the black. But then whenever I just look at the black, man, I really like the black. Yeah, we couldn't really do too much with the home page because it's just all image anyways. Let's see. I'm gonna do the same thing here with the mobile where we turned the whole design white just so we can see it. All right, and flip it, and it looks really good there too, honestly. And here, let's see, this is just a little design overview because I was gonna give him multiple different views and different options. So this is just so he can know what he's clicking on, kind of like a little project navigation here. And so after this, I went ahead and I was just like, I'm not really feeling the homepage yet. It feels disconnected from the rest. So I switched it up and went to go make another version of it, which is just super minimal, which is literally just the background with the text, no images, which I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it. I mean, it would have that same hovering style as the email, and it looks pretty. I think it looks pretty damn good, honestly. It matches the rest of everything that's going on there. It looks like it came from the same site. So I'm gonna give him those options as well. As you see right there, I'm writing those out so he can have an alternate homepage view if he wants. He can look at that. And I'm going to get his opinion on that, and we'll see how it goes. We may end up scrapping both of those all together and just going straight back over to the old version of the homepage, though. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. We've got a few different designs here. We went through a few iterations on different pages to get it looking how we want. We got this light theme and this dark theme, and then I'm also showing a couple variations of the homepage. I'm still not set on the homepage. I actually kind of think I'm leaning towards the one closer to the original one that we did, where it's the smaller white bar, and then all the rest of the image is just a little larger. I like that because it kind of differentiates what is clickable with what is not clickable. So when I set up this call with the client, I'm going to go over this with him and see what he thinks, what his opinion is, and we'll go from there. But other than that, I'm starting to like this. That dark theme, I think, looks really cool. But then I think the white theme looks really cool as well. If he likes them both, or well, yeah, if he likes them both, maybe we'll go ahead and we'll kind of implement some CSS switch where at a certain time it switches to the dark and switches back to the light another time, similar to what we did in another series on my website. So I think that might be cool. It looks good. Typically I don't do straight black to white designs, but I think this is something that he would like. I know he likes to keep things very black and white there, and if he wants to kind of reduce that contrast a little bit, it's super simple to do. So we're just going to raise that black point a little bit. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And if you like the content that I'm creating on this channel, head on over to my Patreon account at patreon.com/Zachary R. Newton, where you can help support this channel and help me create better videos every week. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one.